Why being broke is so expensive and nobody explains it. Let me ask you a brutal question. Why does life get more expensive the less money you have? Why does one flat tire ruin an entire month while someone else shrugs and keeps driving? Why does a $30 mistake feel survivable for some people and catastrophic for others? This isn't about budgeting apps. It's not about discipline, and it's definitely not about skipping lattes. It's about a hidden math problem that punishes you for being broke and rewards you for already having money. Once you see it, you'll understand why some people feel stuck no matter how hard they work. The first domino. Imagine this. You're driving to work. The dashboard lights up. Nothing dramatic, just a warning. You Google it. Probably a $300 fix. But you don't have $300, so you do what most people do. You ignore it. You turn up the music. You promise yourself you'll deal with it later. Later turns into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Then the car dies. Now it's a tow truck, missed work, a massive repair bill. That $300 problem just became a $2,500 disaster. That's not bad luck. That's the cost of not having margin. The broke tax and nobody talks about. Here's the lie we're told. If you just made better choices, you'd be fine. But reality works differently. When you don't have money, you don't get cheaper options. You get worse options at higher prices. Cheap shoes that fall apart. Old cars with brutal interest rates. Small grocery packs with insane markups. You're paying extra, not for luxury, but for survival. This is sometimes called the poverty premium. I call it the broke tax. Small money, big penalties. Let's zoom in. If you have money, you buy in bulk, you get discounts, you avoid fees. If you don't, you buy smaller, you pay more per unit. You get punished for every mistake. One overdraft turns into a fee. One missed payment nukes your credit. One emergency pushes you toward payday loans. You're not failing. You're playing a game where every error costs interest. Why just budget doesn't work? Here's the part most advice ignores. Being broke isn't just a financial state, it's a mental state. When money is tight, your brain narrows. You stop thinking long-term. You focus on now. Not because you're irresponsible, because survival hijacks your attention. That's why people take terrible loans. That's why short-term relief beats long-term logic. Scarcity doesn't just drain your wallet, it drains your decision-making. Buy cheap, pay forever. Let's talk about cars. Someone with savings buys a reliable used car. Low interest, low stress, low total cost. Someone without savings buys whatever they can get approved for. High interest, high repairs, high anxiety. They don't just pay more money, they pay more time, more stress, more mental energy. And when it breaks, they're still paying for it. That's not bad character, that's bad math. Time is the hidden cost. Now here's the part nobody counts. Time. No washer at home? That's hours at a laundromat. No nearby grocery store? That's buses, walking, waiting. No savings buffer? Every problem becomes urgent. When you're broke, everything takes longer, and time is the one thing you can't refinance. The way out isn't getting rich. Here's the good news. The first step out of this trap isn't becoming wealthy. It's building buffer. That first $500, that first $1,000, not to invest, not to flex, but to stop emergencies from turning into disasters. That buffer lets you avoid fees, fix problems early, buy once instead of buying forever. Money doesn't just buy things, it buys options. Think like a CFO, not a consumer. Stop asking, can I afford this payment? Start asking, what does this cost me over its lifetime? Cheap today is often expensive tomorrow. Every time you buy durability, reliability, or margin, you're paying off the broke tax, slowly, quietly, permanently. The real shift. Being broke is expensive because the system charges interest on instability. Once you understand that, something powerful happens. You stop blaming yourself, and you start attacking the penalties, one leak at a time, one buffer at a time, one better decision, not perfect, just better. If this video helped you see money differently, hit subscribe. We're here to expose the traps and show you how to walk out of them. See you in the next one.